and analyze and learning attacks. That is just me and my personal preference. I enjoy the dance.
Burning me, fire burning me.
With Korea Mana out of the way, we were off to Kaled. Hey there peeps, what is going on? It's Miss C.O.Z here, and we're back for another Elden Ring boss fight video. So today I'm going to be going through the Misbegotten warrior fight and the I think it was a Crucible night. So the Misbegotten warrior can actually be staggered really easily. As soon as you get in there, he's going to start attacking you. Get in there and start messing him up, you know, and attacking with as many R1 slashes and heavy ones straight away, because you want to finish the Misbegotten warrior before he starts off combos and before the Crucible knight appears. Otherwise, halfway through his health, you're gonna have to deal with the Misbegotten warrior and the Crucible knight. So it's one of those classic, you know, man-eater in Demon Souls. So it was the Crucible knight that I actually struggled with a little at first, but I eventually got this fight when I worked out it's about pacing. So we've taken down the Misbegotten warrior. For the purposes of the combos, you know, I couldn't really analyze in this attempt how to dodge the combos, but they are pretty simple. They have long windy telegraphs. Misbegotten warrior has like a really big sword. We just whooshed him and took him out straight away. So you just dodge through them and quickly take him down, try to lock him in and stagger. Crucible knight, this was my first encounter with a Crucible knight, and I'm really bad at shielded enemies, so it took me a while to figure out what the rhythm or what the dance was, especially since I don't use shields and I'm a melee player, and I play in a really weird way. So yeah, so he's going to slash back and forth. You're going to wait for him, and then you're just going to take a few attacks there. Then he does this charge and stab attack. You want to move out of the way, so you got to play it patient. He's got a much longer health bar, or at least he doesn't leap at you. He's exactly the opposite of the Misbegotten warrior, right? Because the Misbegotten warrior is lashing at you and stuff. So his first phase mainly with the Crucible knight is just a lot of slashes of those swords. Sometimes he stomps his foot down, and then you get stuck in some small ground pound AoE. But it's pretty straightforward if you just wait and be very careful, strafe back and forth. He may do this sword dragging attack. Stay at mid-range, dodge behind him. That always works with the shielded guys. Dodge away from the shield side. Rather through. In his second phase, he goes rather crazy. He starts growing wings and stuff. He's a bit like the Crucible knight you later meet in Deep Root depths or something. Anyway, his wing attacks are crazy again. The combos are the same. We get behind him, but now he's suddenly going to acquire this crazy tail. Now, I didn't learn how to consistently dodge that attack, but it can be dodged. As soon as the tail comes out, you can roll away. I found that was just safer to dodge. And then he does this flying attack, which is slowly telegraphed, but we dodge straight through it, where he gets this sword and he will literally fly through. If that hits you, that is basically his cardinal attack, that one shot and two shots, depending on the level that you take him. But again, yeah, we use the Bloodhound Fang sword. Obviously, through basically post early game, I started using this weapon. I really love it. It was really intuitive. Before that, we were using literally the two scimitars from the warrior. But yeah, that kind of build definitely worked for me too, because I could mix it up, and it wasn't too restrictive on class either. So it could be some sort of mixed build or just however I wanted to play. But yeah, if you're doing melee, especially, you know, again, it's like one of those classic turn-based fights. You wait for his combos to finish. You be very careful, because he can get you stuck in a combo, and then that shield, it obviously mitigates his damage sometimes too, and we want to break his poison stance. You could parry him if parrying is your style as well. Parrying is not my style, so I just took my time and made it slightly harder as well, but he does have parryable attacks. I actually attempted to parry him in one of my attempts, and I did manage to parry him, but as I'm not a consistent parrier, and it's not my preferred playstyle, I do prefer dodging and rolling and analyze and learning attacks. That is just me and my personal preference. I enjoy the dance. Then yeah, then go for that too. But he can definitely be parried, which will make the I think he can be parried when he does that sword slash. Definitely make the fight easier. So you could do that as well. Again, his wing attack, I roll away. Make sure you use a lot of heals and recover quickly by maintaining a distance. You know, with the Elden Ring boss fights, I noticed they have really good tracking when it comes to heals. Pretty relentless, and the more difficult that the bosses get, I've noticed that they're pretty relentless with the healing tracking as well, which is why I think from the beginning I started sparring with Margit with a 0+1 weapon, just to check what kind of foes or what kind of level of difficulty I was up against. Again, he's going to whip that tail. That is a really deadly attack, so when he starts whipping his tail, you want to roll away. Now, I was getting a little bit too greedy here, you see, so this is not what you do, because he can get you with that tail attack that whips out as well. So as you can see, look, I'm waiting for him to come to me. I'm not rushing towards him like I did with the Misbegotten warrior. roll through it. So these are all the straight, well, okay, as soon as he spawns this attack, roll just before he hits us. I found work. There we are. He does two massive or three massive tail sweeps, and you dodge right away from them. You have to be at a certain range, so back off the moment you see it. He also does a ground pound again with an AoE, but he nearly tried to get me there. I was just trying to finish him, so that's why I was getting greedy. Okay, and we roll through, away, and then he's going to spam this. He spams this so much, and roll just before he hits us is the best dodge timing for that crazy wing attack. As you get ample opportunity to be able to be near him, and that's what you want to capitalize on. So you know when he does that crazy wing attack, when he flies towards you, that's when you want to get behind him and maybe get a few hits as well. Okay, we're dancing here again. We're waiting. Alright, 2 slashes in. And long-winded combos don't work. Use very quick attacks to get